Hey, how's it going? Josh here from Manga with Josh, and this is episode 8 of Manga with Josh. This episode is titled, What Makes GTO a Timeless Classic? Now you're asking yourself, what is GTO? Well, GTO stands for Great Teacher Onizuka. What is Great Teacher Onizuka? Well, it's from Toru Fujisawa. It was published by Condasa, and it came out from 1997 to 2002. It's old, you might think. To me, it's not that old because I grew up with this. And it had 25 volumes. And the reason you should like it is because it's amazing. It's an action comedy about a former delinquent who is now a teacher. He reaches these kids. Oh man, it's just hilarious. And it had, like I said, 25 volumes. But you know how many copies it sold? Over 50 million copies worldwide. So that already tells you it is a good manga. And let me give you more premise. So as I mentioned, he's a former delinquent. He was the king, let's say. He was the king of his high school. He ran the area, and he was famous part of a duo with his best friend Ryuji, Danma Ryuji, and Ikichi Onizuka is his name. I'm just gonna refer to him as Onizuka because he's Onizuka Sensei, and the man literally is the most unconventional teacher there is. If you ever seen the movie Big Brother with Donnie Yen, that's what I feel Onizuka was. And don't worry, there's a little spoiler. There are movies for this and live actions. So with Onizuka, he gets his teacher license, and the main plot point on why he does it is because he's a virgin. It's something that probably wouldn't work today. So he gets his thing to hit on high school girls, things like that, because that's what one of the practice teachers told him, and that guy got arrested for it. But it's like you think he's gonna be this big pervert, but he is, but he doesn't ever take it that far. And Onizuka is the type of teacher who uses unconventional methods. This show does get dark, is the thing. Like there's a suicide attempt in it, and Onizuka saves the kid by grabbing him while they're falling off a roof and using his body to brace for impact, and he lands on the car, the vice principal car, and destroys it. And he actually breaks his arm because of it. But that's the lengths that he's willing to go. He tailors his special lessons, as he calls them, for each child to reach them, Because everybody's different. Which, going back to Donnie Yen Big Brother, Donnie Yen takes one of his students go-kart driving because her father doesn't think she should drive, so it's like a moment. So Onizuka does that to all of his students, and he finds what they're good at. He has one student that's shy, and guess what? He makes her join a pageant. And by joining the pageant, she gets to really shine, and he gets to show her that she can be a actress, like a voice actor, one of those idols, and she's great at it. He takes another one and uses his brain to help with the technical stuff in the class and actually help convert other kids to his side because they hate their teacher. They keep getting substitute teachers, and he's the teacher that becomes their homeroom teacher, and he changes them. They're the worst class, and he reaches them. So here's the thing. Let's say you read this. 25 volumes, that's a long read. But here's the thing. This is GTO. There's actually prequels and sequels. So let's go down the timeline. So as I mentioned, you have Onizuka and Ryuji. How did they meet? That's where you get bad company. What is bad company? The OG meeting story of the two. It came out in 1996, so it's before GTO. So, but it's a sequel that's a prequel because the main thing that this mangaka was known for before GTO was Shonen Junai Gumi. What did I just say? SHONAN space JUNAI space GUMI. This is when they're running things in high school. And it starts off hilariously because this is what made me love them even more because this is them together. Dama is in GTO, but like a side character here and there. But the story of Shonen Junai Gumi starts off with them trying to lose their virginity again, because of course it would. And they go to a beach town and they hit on two females. They're acting like college students, things like that. Hijinks ensue. But here's the thing. When they start their first day of high school, guess what? Those two college girls that they met, I'm doing air quotes, turn out to be their teacher. And one of them is their homeroom teacher. So it's just hilarious. And guess what? That ran from 1990 to 1996 and had 31 volumes. That show had a sequel, which is GTO. That tells you that show was a banger. So then, let's follow up. We had Bad Company, which is just one volume, short read, came out in 1996, which is, hey, you want to know how these two met? Here you go. So, as I mentioned, GTO ran till 2002. And the problem is, what happens after? Well, here's the thing. We have GTO 14 Alien Shonen. It's basically a side arc. 9 volumes. Then we have another sequel after the events of GTO, GTO Paradise Lost. Ran from 2014 to 2024. Right now, recording this, it is the end of 2025. This show has transcended from 1990, or the verse has transcended from 1990 to 2024. That's 34 years of Onizuka. And it ran for 20 volumes. So let's recap real fast. GTO, the whole verse, 1990 to 2024. You have a character arc. This guy who wants to run the school, be the strongest guy out there. Nobody can mess with him and his best friend. And they want to get some action on the way. Goes from that to being a teacher. That even though he's unconventional, he comes in and he reaches the kids in a way that they've never been reached before. He changes their mind. They bullied their old teacher and made her pull out her hair and go to a mental institution. These kids literally had someone try to commit suicide from the bullying and stuff like that. It's insane, and he's able to use his background and stuff to actually get in there and reach them and turn them into a great class. And there are times where the PTA, the Parent Teacher Association, doesn't agree with his teaching method, feels that his qualifications aren't there. And guess what? He proves them time and time again and again that he is the dude. That dude that you call up to handle stuff, and he's reliable. I'm going to give a spoiler if you're listening to this. It's still going to be wonderful. This man takes a test while bleeding out. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go into what's going on. That's the type of dedication he has to his class. He does random, like the rocket stuff that you put pressure in the chute, stuff like that. He does random things like that. He wears costumes. He makes class fun. And honestly, I wish I had a teacher like Onizuka. It would make school fun. And that might be why I love the show and the manga so much. And guess what? The opening for the manga is Lark and Cell. It's a Japanese rock group and it's amazing. It's called Driver's High. And that's a song that I always have on my playlist because it's that great. But I told you about the GTO anime, right? 43 episodes, 99 to 2000. That tells you something. The manga wasn't even done and they had an anime come out. Another one that did that was like FMA, Full Metal Alchemist. That's why the ending in the original was so different because it was going on still while the anime aired. But here's the thing. So as I told you, GTO ran from 97 to 2002. Well, in 1998, they're like, you know what this needs? A live action. That is how insane the show was. Not even the show, the manga is and was. That they aired 12 episodes and a special, a live action drama series. And then, you know what? 1999 TV special, GTO drama. And it's like, wow, that's a lot of Onizuka. But it gets better because, like I said, this is 98, 99. Manga ran to 2002 for the original manga. And this is all live action. And in 2012, they're like, you know what we need? A drama reboot. July to September 2012. We had a reboot of the live action drama. Are you getting why you need to read this and watch this and immerse yourself for the next 3 years in all of GTO's universe? But here's the thing, after 2012, 2014, Japan goes, you know what? Let's do a new drama called GTO Returns. Also, between 2012 to 2014, there's more specials. And of course, in 1999, there's GTO the movie. And in 2000, there's GTO the movie 2, final. And then there's one last thing I want to leave you guys with. It won the 1998 Kodansha Manga Award for Shonen. So it sold 50 million copies on 25 volumes. It has 2 prequels and 2 sequels. It has a crap load of live actions, anime with 1 season that's just goated. Why haven't you read this yet? Why haven't you heard about it? Well, guess what? You heard about it now. And that's why you're listening to Manga with Josh for hot takes on GTO and why it is literally one of the greatest. And if you enjoyed my voice and enjoyed this episode, feel free to subscribe. And guess what? I have 2 other podcasts. Tech with Josh, TEK with Josh, CH was taken, and the Books by Josh audio immersion. If you want to hear me, go there. If you want to take a look at all of my work, go to my site, booksbyjosh.com. And if you want to thank me for this, you can buy me a coffee. I drink a black, no sugar. So if we meet in person, you can give it to me. Or you can just go to buymeacoffee.com/booksbyjosh. But that's it for this episode of Manga with Josh. And this was why GTO was a timeless classic. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.